Good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel, JB's Crochet. I'm Amber, and today is Thursday, October the 17th, 2024. Woohoo! And oh my goodness, wow, it's October already. Whew. I don't know, we're mid-October, but still. And this week has flown by. I was just thinking about it, like, but tomorrow's Friday already. It's like, can I take a breath first week? Do we have to go so quickly? Okay, so I have been working on my cowl for the Autumn Inspirations cowl, not my cowl, Juan's cowl, called the Autumn Inspirations cowl. He released to his members the first 2 weeks, but he's only released the first week to... He has only released the first week in tutorial on Tuesday. So, I have worked ahead into week 2 because I'm trying to figure out color placement, and after I did my little experiment color change, I either wanted to go one of 2 different directions. One or the other direction. I don't know which one yet. So, I wanted to, because at first I bought 4 colors of these 1-pound yarns from the Dollar Tree. And they only had, because they only had the 4 colors. And this is the green that I was referring to, that I was going to use with the red and the blue that I also got. And I was going to leave the white out because it was like, I don't really want white in my blanket. But then Mr. Juan came out with his tutorial, and I saw all the color changes he did, and I went, holy guacamole, that looks amazing. So I'm like, well, now it started getting my wheels turning on how to color change for mine. And I had already gotten so far with my first week anyway, that I was like, there's no way I'm gonna frog all this out. I mean, I could have, but I didn't want to. I was like, I'm not frogging this out to go back and redo the color changes. So what I did is I'm just gonna keep going with the red and do the whole first week in red. And then, you know what, I was like, I'm playing with the idea of doing the last row of week 1 right after. Whoa, so sorry. I'm tired. I literally, like, my alarm woke me up out of a dream. All I can remember is the name Miguel. Not from Who Knows, but for some reason the name was just in my, because I know that's his name, and so it was just, I don't remember faces. He wasn't in there, I know that, but like the name was in there. So like, you know how your brain just processes things? Yeah, that's just how my brain was processing apparently. That name is in my head, and I know a guy named that. So anyway, at round 14, you change colors to the next color, I guess. Or at least the pattern, there's a color change here. So I was like, well, I'll color change there then. But I was like, at that color change round of 15, I was gonna go, I'm gonna put white there. I'm gonna bring in white, but I'm just not gonna have thick sections of it. And then I'll switch to the next color. And I was talking with Michelle, and I was like, I don't know that I really want to do green next because it's too Christmassy. So I was like, well, I'll do blue. And then red and blue together are beautiful. Well, the red and green is beautiful too. But, so I was like, I'll do red, blue, green. And then instead of having red and green together, going back the other way, or, you know, cycling through the colors, I was going to go red, blue, green, but then I was like, good, stop yawning. I was like, but then red's going to be next to green again on my next time around with red. So I was like, I'll just go red, blue, green, then back down. blue, green, or green, blue, red. Not do 2 rounds of green, but just, if I even get that far. So what I'm going to do is go red, you know, week 1 red, week 2 blue, week 3 green. So I think it's 5 or 6 weeks, and then red, blue, green, blue, red, green. No, what? Anyway, you get my drift. I just don't know what I'm gonna do until I know how far this is. I think it's only 5 weeks, but I'm not sure. So I did my round of white. I pulled that in. I was like, I could do that one round of white to kind of frame it, and do that between each color change to kind of frame the color in. And boy, let me tell you, when I did that, I went red, white, blue. Really? Didn't think about that when I was thinking about it until I was thinking about it later on. I was like, think about this for a second, Michelle. Red, then white, then blue. Still patriotic in throwing it in there. And then it would be white, then green, then white, then red, you know, the little strip. Anyway, I can get very long-winded about stuff. Let me just show you what I have here so far. And then at some point today, I need to go and actually cut these strands off. So check that out. I really hope my sides get straighter, because mine are like getting pulled into the center. It's like, I told Michelle, it's looking like a pinched square. So I'm just gonna, yes, if I lay it out and straighten it out, I can. But for some reason, mine are getting pinched here in the center. Anyway, but I think that white looks awesome. So that is week 1 done, and part of week 2 in there. I hope I'm doing it right. Well, with these sides, because I've seen people, I don't know if they're blocking theirs or what, but like, there are people showing pictures of theirs and it's like, phew, straight edge. I'm like, what are you doing to make that straight edge? Because mine is wonky. But I always do mine wonky. So, there's that. Where is my hook for this? Because I was going to, man, I got water everywhere, because like I can feel a drip there too. My water, when I opened it up, I guess must have dribbled, because it was coming out the back of the cup. Yay! My husband just texted that our brand new truck should be here today, so that means tomorrow we can go get it. Where did I put this hook? It's in here somewhere. Oh. My goodness gracious, what did I do with that hook? Did I sleep with it? Because, you know, I work on stuff in my bed, and then I put this basket away thinking, oh, I can't find it. I don't know what I did with my hook. I thought I put it in my stuff yesterday. So I was going to sit here and crochet, but can't, because I don't know where my hook is. Oh, and I'll go ahead and, no, I'm not going to show you that because I have stuff written in it. So I was like, oh, I was going to show you my planner, but it's filled in, so I don't want to show it to you. I'm just going on a field trip. Well, looks like I'm going to work on this one. Because I can't. I was going to work on my Ruana, but I can't even work on that because it's not in here. I don't know where I put it. Huh. I'm going to have to do some looking. Some hunting later, I guess. I could just use this. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use my clover for now. So I want to get this done. I still got about, I feel like I want to go to 20 inches on this thing. And I still haven't figured out if that's really, you know, the size I need to go to. I don't know. I want it to go around, like, I want it to be wide enough panels that when I sew up the half of the seam to join them together, that when it hangs over, it starts at my neck and it hangs over, I want it to go somewhere in here, and right now it does. Oh, I don't know if I did that right, so I'm just gonna pull it out. So like if I sit here, no, that's, yeah. If I sit here and do this right here up against my neck, I think I want to go just a few more inches. I think 20 inches is about where I want to go. So that's, yeah, and I measured this last night and it was around 16 to 17-ish. So I want to add on about another 3 to 4 inches, maybe somewhere in there. 20 to 21 inches. So anywhere from 4 to 5 at the most is what is all I'm saying. So, y'all, this weather, not the weather, but just the temperatures, that's what I mean. Because the weather's been beautiful. But these up-down temperatures and the dryness, oof. I'm not a big makeup wearer at all. And the most I do, I should say, is chapstick, lip balm, whatever you want to call it. And just the chapstick stuff that actually heals your lips. My favorite is Burt's Bees lip balm with the peppermint in it. I put that on last night, walked out of the dance studio and went, whew, because the air was a little crisp. Not like cold, but it was just a little crisp. And so that peppermint on my lips, it was like, whew, my lips are a little cold. A little cold. So anyway, I'm thinking I'm gonna finish, I think I've got 1, 2, maybe 3 color changes left in the cake that I'm on, which is gonna give me about 5 or 6 inches. So it may give me too much more. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is do the color change I'm on now, which is this lighter white color. I'm gonna do it, finish it out, and then do the next color change after that, which is, I think, black. Looks like it goes to this here. Yeah. So I don't know, is that gonna look weird? Putting, I don't know. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna let the colors go where they go. There was a person who wasn't much of a crocheter. She said she tried to start crocheting once, but just never really got into it, or took off with it, or could figure it out, or so. I can't remember exactly what she said, but she came over and was like, "Oh, that's beautiful!" Like, so for someone that, you know, she thought it was funny that we were sitting in there having a craft corner at the dance studio. So, anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna go through the black color change on here, or to the end of the black as far as I can go, depending on, you know, the rows, because I want to end on a granny stitch row. So I'm gonna try and do that, because that's only another, well, I'm on the next row after this is a granny stitch row. I call it the granny stitch row because it's the the cluster of 3 double crochets in one space. Apologize for that. That was unsightly and unladylike. My nose is getting kind of runny. What am I trying to say? Okay, so after this V-stitch row that I'm on now, I'm gonna do the granny cluster stitch. That's what I call, or the, as Juan has now called it, the 3 peas in a pod. I love that. Love it. I love the twins in a stitch, 3 peas in a pod. Like, you know, this is how I, like, yeah, it sounds like I'm going, you know, doing the same likes and dislikes that he does, but honestly, there's a lot of things I dislike that he likes, and a lot of things that he dislikes that I like pink, for instance. I actually do like pink. I like all the colors, really. I'm a very colorful person, but what I was saying is, I really truly think that he has inspired me to figure out myself, because honestly, for years of, you know, doing all the, you know, the crocheting that I've done over the years, the minimal crocheting I've done, I really wasn't able to figure out, well, I like that stitch and I don't like that stitch, and you know, I enjoy doing this, and I, you know, so on and so forth. Whereas now, I can tell you guys, I love the stitches that are in this one right here. Like, this is one of my favorite stitch patterns, where they took V-stitches and some mesh. You know what? I just started putting granny stitches because I was talking about them so much. I'm not there yet. And the granny square. I never really did granny squares that much before I met our friend Juan, and he has inspired me to try those, and well, not try them for the first time, but get, you know, to really try them. And I went, I actually kind of like these, and I see why he likes them so much, because it is one of those squares, the classic granny square is one of those squares that you can just kind of, once you get the muscle memory and you know where things go, you can dang near do it without looking, for the most part. I mean, I can do this V-stitch mostly without looking, but I'm still kind of very unconfident in myself, that I still have to look and make sure I'm going in the right place. Some of those people that work so quickly and still don't miss the space that they're supposed to go into, is just amazing to me. But anyway, what I was saying is, you know what? I hope you're really watching this one, because I am speaking to you. Thank you for helping me to find, and I'm going to tell him this in person on one of our Zooms if I get a chance. He has inspired me to find myself and figure out that, you know what? We have a lot in common in what we like and don't like when it comes to stitches. His cowl, his new blanket cowl that he's worked so hard at getting done and rolling out in a better, he feels better about it this time around. He, you know, the first one was his first one, you know, it's a learning curve for us all when we do our firsts. And so I enjoyed making this blanket. This is his first this is the winter cowl that I did with his channel. The first blanket I did, and I actually completed in a very short period of time for being as big as it is. Well, short period of time for me anyway. And I was telling Michelle yesterday, I was like, this pattern, this cowl that he has rolled out is fun. You know, like, and I keep, every time I work on it, at some point or another, I don't know what, around, not every round, but at some point or another, I keep thinking to myself, how did he come up with how to do this? Like, I just, like, my brain does not work like some of these talented creators out there. Like, whew, like, I'm enjoying, I'm enjoying this cowl that he designed. But anyway, I have discovered that I like the granny stitch and the V-stitch and the twins in a stitch, you know, which is very similar to a V-stitch without the chain one in between the two stitches, whether it be two double crochets or two half double crochets, whatever. You put two of whatever in a space, in a space, or a chain one does not go there, or a stitch. It's a twin and a stitch, so it's called twins in a stitch. And I just love that. Little things that he comes up with, little sayings or jingles or whatever you want to call them, like 3 peas in a pod for a granny stitch square, or granny stitch cluster, whatever it's called. See, I did it again. I said granny stitch cluster and I did a granny stitch cluster. Chain one, double crochet. And like this V-stitch incorporates a lot of what I like, and so I think that's why I like it. And it's just really pretty. It's holey without being giant holes. You know, I don't know. So anyway, my next my next row is the granny cluster. And like I said, I think I'm going to finish this color change out, and then I am going to measure it and see. I think it'll be about where I want it to be. Because right now it's getting close. It's close. It's just not there yet. So I think I'm going to get off of here. Today is Thursday. Nothing too exciting happening today except for getting school done with the children and getting some crochet done, hopefully. Well, more than this. And then, you know, what I've done this morning. And then dance this evening at some point. And I gotta figure out what we're gonna do for dinner. Oh wait, no, I know what we're doing for dinner. I just gotta cook it. It's a crock pot meal that I actually have to remember to put in early enough so it's done by dinner time and early enough for us to eat. I'm gonna have it done by anyway, I'm not gonna worry about times on here with you guys. I don't need to sit here and figure out my schedule with you guys. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. It's a beautiful day. It's a Thursday. It's almost the end of the week, y'all. It's Friday Eve. It's a beautiful day to be kind and positive and go make something beautiful. And I will see you on the next one, friends.